I always hate when I have an awkward and exciting intro and I realize that I'm on mute. It's like I can't recapture that moment.
Way to go, man.
This is like 3 for 3. 3 for freaking 3. It's usually something strong like, did you know that French fries weren't even originally made in France? They were made in Greece. Then awkward fucking silence. Just the
All
way I
right.
like it. And more silence. Alrighty, so as to not waste too much of anybody's time, because I'm an awkward person who likes to talk a lot, and it seems to be a theme on the team.
Yeah.
What's up? We're going to go ahead and get this started and knock it out of the way. So, as always, it is our weekly AMA, just to kind of give you a rough recap on everything that's been going on. Still kind of a slow week. We're just kind of in the lull of getting all the friggin' development shit done and ready, and sitting behind a computer looking at computer code is not the most exciting thing to talk about. So when it comes to the swap in the decks, the big boy that we're working on, still just hammering away at that. We've got another really solid meeting with development to discuss the future and the timelines, ideally next week, which I'm really excited for. And then once we have that meeting, ideally, we should kind of have a rough end date on when we will be able to officially announce the release of it. But as with everything, it's kind of up in the air in the crypto space, but it should be a really solid meeting. And then on to our stinking game that we've been talking about for the last, month. We, to put it bluntly, stopped dicking around with how we were having our website designed. The guy who designed our normal website cost an arm and a leg, and we were trying to work with somebody else just because we didn't need it to be gold, and it was biting us in the ass. And yesterday I finally put my tail between my legs, asked Josh, like, hey, what you doing? And pretty much let him look at it, and I thought he died a little inside, and it was kind of I got this, guys. And within 24 hours, he has made a gorgeous user interface on the game website. Him and I were talking literally real time right now, discussing a few things. And I don't know if we're releasing it today, tomorrow, this weekend, but there's like a 97.98 chance that it's going to be released in the next 24 to 72 hours. Howler would be able to tell a little bit more on that because he knows how the inner workings of all that stuff goes. But yeah, that's my elevator pitch and my spiel for the day. So Howler, I leave it to you.
Hello, guys. I'm glad to see a big turnout in our in-house MEA this week. So regarding the Dream Arcade, the game is done. Also, the website seems to be finished as we speak. I'm gonna say 99.9% is finished. So that's basically 100%.
Yeah.
We're very happy how it turned out. The designer is super great. As Joe said, he just basically knew what to do and how to make it look like our main website. It was just great. It's great dealing with that kind of people.
Like,
So
do you think it would be okay if we shared a photo in the group of a screenshot of what it looks like?
I mean, we can, but at the same time, it's kind of keep the suspense. I mean, our admins already seen it. As far as I know, they liked it. If you want to do it, sure, why not? But at the same time, kind of maybe build that hype.
Nah, all the cool people already know.
Yeah, might as well just share it. If you want to do it. So we'll be releasing that to go live anytime within 24 to 72 hours.
Closer to 24.
We just got to prepare.
Fingers crossed, closer to
Yeah.
24. But realistically,
So-
once we have the confirmation, sorry to cut you off, but once we have the confirmation it's done, I want to give it at least 12 to 24 hours of as a community kind of pumping it on social media, and then we'll have a countdown on the page that should officially open it up to play. So I don't want to just like stealth launch it, drop it, and then not have the hype behind it. I want to give it like 24 hours for people to get really excited about it, and then it goes live.
Yeah. So basically, we do want to prepare some marketing for this to get as many people as possible on board. We already have video ad that Joe already made, which is looking great. We want to prepare some other marketing material as well and just go to town with it. And I think we could set the date fairly Sunday. I don't see why not, because it's already finished. So all we have to do now within 2 days is just market and chill.
Yeah, basically.
To get it going. So just a basic rundown. So the game and the website is accessible by mobiles and tablets, but we have set it to so basically the game is not supported by mobiles, and it's not that we don't support it, it's the mobiles who don't support it. So iPhone actually disabled HTML gaming from its browser, so that's not really accessible. But it is accessible on Android phones whenever you enter the website in a desktop mode. But at the same time, it feels a bit kind of strange. It could put people at disadvantage playing, so we didn't want to put anyone at risk of having a disadvantage of any kind. So we basically made this the full website and the game to be able to support desktop versions of computers. So laptops, PCs, MacBooks, anything you're using that is basically a desktop will be able to support it. At the moment, currently, the game itself only supporting MetaMask. So if you don't have MetaMask already, it's nothing to worry about. You don't have to transfer any tokens. All you have to do is just go to your browser, Chrome or Edge or anything like that, download your MetaMask, just import your seed phrase if you're using a Trust wallet or anything like that. So just import your seed phrase into MetaMask wallet, and you will basically be able to use both wallets. So your coins will appear on MetaMask and Trust Wallet. So 2 wallets will be active, so there's nothing to worry about. You don't have to transfer any funds. So yeah, that's basically the rundown. So also we have implemented a Discord chat inside our website. So it kind of brings life to it, as well as if you're staying in the website and you're playing the game, you'll be able to see people chat. Whoever's playing the game, you'll be able to chat with them. It doesn't mean you have to have Discord account or anything like that. We have implemented options to just to basically just click on it and enter your username, whatever you want to do, passwords, anything involved. Enter your username and you're able to chat inside our Discord channel. So we wanted to kind of bring people inside our Discord as well as Telegram. So that's actually a good way to have that kind of implementation on it. So that's me for now. Joe, if you want to take over.
Yeah. For the most part, that's kind of it for the exciting news for the week. If anybody has any questions for us about the development of pretty much anything that's going on, as always, you can ask in the chat at any times or while we're on call. You're more than welcome to ask. It's not glorious or exciting. A lot of the coding and all that jazz, so it's not like it's a ton to really share and express on the deck side of things, but the game itself was the big quick push to just get a solid utility that is kind of fun and addicting. I'm not going to lie. When we first finished the game, I probably spent, 3 to 4 hours a day for the first week playing it nonstop. It was kind of bad. We would be on team calls and everybody would just hear when I would get Tetris, and it was obnoxious. So it's something that is super fun, and I'm super excited about, and it just kind of paves the way for the overall future of the different concepts that we had. It was meant to more or less at first just be like a small little mini game. Juan's not on this call, but he mentioned it forever and a day ago about just building a Pac-Man of that uses ADREAM token, and it was the ADREAM logo, kind of like eating red numbers or something along those lines. I don't remember the specifics, but he mentioned this back in like November. So even before Howler and I went down the rabbit hole on this, it's been something that's been on the back of my mind that I've been trying to figure out. I originally just wanted like a cheap, shitty Flash game. Wasn't even something that was going to have utility. And Howler kind of was like, if we're going to do this, let's do it right. And he put in a lot of time and effort into getting the product that I'm really excited for you guys to see. But on that note, if there's any questions on anything, or anybody's got a better stand-up dad joke than I do, the floor is yours.
Crowd.
Hey, Scooby.
I heard part of that.
Tough. I said tough crowd.
Oh, yeah, usually is.
The usual.
Somebody literally messaged me. Silence. But hey, it kind of makes me feel good, though. I mean, if you guys don't have anything to say, it means either we're doing something right, or nobody gives a shit and you're on the call to make it look good. And I appreciate you either way.
So I'm gonna talk about a couple of other things we're gonna implement into this as a future development of actual Dream Arcade. So at the moment we're using ADREAM as a payment options, just because we are on BSC, basically Binance Smart Chain. BSC tokens are the gas tokens. So every obviously when you pay ADREAM to play the game, there will be a small transaction fee, which will be in BSC to pay, just as you're transferring your tokens or anything like that. So just keep that in mind. But for the future, we are going to rotate this game. So for the next week, if we release this on Sunday, so the next Sunday you can expect the entry to be in BSC actually. So we're gonna change that from ADREAM to BSC, just to have some development funds. So there still will be a 50% prize pot, so people will still be able to win that. But the rest, I'm just gonna say this. So whenever we are using ADREAM as a payment option, we are always burning 50% of it. So, and 50% goes towards the winners, 3 winners. But whenever we are using anything else than ADREAM as an entry point, so those funds will be used for further development of games or the website or other platforms or marketing. So, so that's kind of a thing for us to increase our budgets on everything. And so if we release this on Sunday, next week it'll be in BSC token, and if we have another game by next week, after the next week, so it'll be a new game in rotation. So these 2 games will keep rotating every week. Once we have over 4 games, so every week it'll be a different game. So that way we just want to maximize all the people entering one game instead of scattering all over the place. So that's actually a good thing for you guys as well, because you will be maximizing on the winning basically percentage. So yeah, once we have over 4 games, let's say we have already 5 games, and every week there's too much now to just keep rotating one game, so we might release 2 games at a time for people to play, so they kind of have a selection. Once we have a lot of games and a lot of people actually playing it, that way we can release the full gallery to everyone, so people can play whatever they want. But until we have like over, I'm just gonna, throw a random number here, but maybe 500 to 1,000 people playing per week, there is no point of us actually releasing more games at one time than actually one game. So I hope that made sense, whatever I just said. But yeah, we do have big plans for this development. So for now, we only accept MetaMask for a connection, for a payment connection. So in the future, we are looking at ways to improve that, get the mobiles into this, so kind of have all the platforms necessary to increase the numbers. So that's already kind of being planned out and looked at.
Yep.
I hope I didn't talk too much about this, but once I have something I want to go on with, I'm just going straight for it.
No, that's pretty much it. That summarizes everything about the little arcade feature. And I know like it's been mentioned a few times, and like I'll reiterate too. Like when we were moving down the pre-sale route, the gaming component was always more Howler's department. That's just his background, where he came from. And so I didn't have much to say on it because I'll be completely frank, I'm a little ignorant to how all that stuff works, and I'm really glad that I have him. But I know like I've had a couple of questions from people in the past that are confused about the game concept. If you look at, what is it, phase 3 or phase 4 on our roadmap, like from the start, we have always had like a gaming competition like built into our roadmap because we wanted to integrate just a little bit, especially as Web3 becomes like standardized. The ability to kind of capture that aspect on top of everything else that we're trying to accomplish. So I know it seems a little silly, and sometimes up front it's like, well, they're talking about funding small businesses. What the hell are these little mini games? But end of day, they do kind of go hand in hand, because these little mini games will decrease the total supply, increase the price, and then ideally increase volume, which increases marketing, which increases exposure, which accelerates development, and just it kind of is a snowball effect if we do this right and we do this as a community. So I appreciate all of you, as always, for listening, staying tuned, investing for one. You guys are phenomenal. And just laughing in your heads at my shit dad jokes and things along those lines. So as always, if there's ever anything you guys need from us, please ask. This is kind of what I'm doing full time now. I'm juggling between this and any of you who remember the AMAs that I was having in-house, it seemed a little awkward. And I partnered up with another project, and we've still been running the digital marketing company, and it's getting better and better by the day, which is going to very quickly provide more and more funding for ADREAM as a whole. So even if you don't fully see me in chat, I do apologize. I am pretty much sitting at a desk all day, working and negotiating with projects. So I am here. You are always welcome to reach out to me, and we can kind of go from there. And I know Guy wants to say something. I hear you breathing.
He's the one who shall not be named.
Oh, well,
Yeah, so my name.
Guy is in Peter. Peter Guy.
Wow. Lucky my surname ain't fucking File, isn't it?
What'd you say?
Anyway.
Anyways.
Nothing. I'm not going with that joke. Yep. Anyways.
So, also, Joe, have you mentioned the
amazing new GIF that I've just put in the chat? Yes, it's amazing, Howler. Thank you.
I know a lot of people are on the edge about to know more on the progress of the decentralized exchange. So that is still in the works. We're really heavy working on that. So that'll be our first like major utility. That's actually on the roadmap and are inside our dream paper. But to go with such a big project, we did need a very big starting point, which we didn't have. So we kind of had to lower our expectations a little bit. So nothing to worry about. It's still gonna get built the way we want it. So, but it's just taken a little more time that we anticipated, but it is still looking to be released at the end of Q1. We did kind of expect it to be released at mid Q1. That still is possible, but we might be pushing it. So we do kind of want this tested fully operational. We don't want this to go bust on release, as many projects, had this kind of a hiccup. Whenever it's going live, there's like 100 to 1,000 people already using it. Then the servers gets overloaded. The interface can't take it. The backend can't take it. So it's just basically a bust. And yeah, we don't want that happening. So we want to do this right. And yeah, all I can say, it is still on track, expected to be released on Q1. Fingers crossed, obviously nothing changes, but yeah.
Yeah. So, on that note, then, to not take up anybody else's time, we are going to go ahead and wrap this up. After this, I need to hop on the call with the guy who did our website. Or not our website, but the Dream Arcade. So that way we can go ahead and officially schedule the time. Looks like we're aiming for Sunday at 12 o'clock UTC, which is 6 a.m. CDT. So yeah, stay tuned and we'll kind of go from there. Everybody enjoy your weekend and we'll talk soon.
American Dream Token presents Dream Arcade, a creative utility allowing you to enjoy a laid-back and nostalgic gaming experience while retaining competitive elements. 50% of all weekly entries go to the top 3 players, and 50% is burned from total supply. Relax to Tetris, or stay tuned for the full arcade collection coming soon. DreamArcade.io